Hello everybody, video here for you today. This is a new thing I'm going to be doing, which is history news. And so today, two pieces of ancient Egypt news came out today. The first one from CNN, the story by Katie Hunt of CNN. And it says, newly mapped lost branch of the Nile could help solve long-standing pyramid mystery. And that involves probably the logistics of it as far as transporting people and materials, and that probably much easier to do if you have a harbor right there where she's standing that goes right up to the Valley Temple right here. So it has been a theory before, and that's why they even think this is like this, because that's how the bottom of the harbor was made. Like they've drilled down in here, and many feet down they hit stone. Let's see what we got here in the story. The inhospitable location has long puzzled archaeologists, some of whom had found evidence that the Nile River once flowed near these pyramids in some capacity, facilitating the landmark's construction starting 4,700 years ago, if you believe that. Let's see, this is the first study to provide the first map of the long-lost ancient branch of the Nile River. Okay. And as you can see on this map, and here in the circle, the bigger view of Egypt, and this rectangle here shows what we're looking at in the big picture area. So you can see the Giza pyramids, and that goes right up to it. As you can see, as far as the different colors of the dots, let's see, the Old Kingdom ones are the red ones, so they're going to be the oldest ones. And then the first intermediate period is the, what is that, light blue. Middle Kingdom is yellow, and second intermediate period is green ones. So I meant to look up what that one is, what that pyramid is, halfway between, not halfway, a little less than halfway between Giza and the Abu Sir pyramids. Then there's a Saqqara and Ashur pyramids. As you can see, all those. And just like this part of this particular tributary, is it? I don't know if that's what it's called when it splits like this. It's a different tributary. It's possible that this is the modern day Nile in the dark blue, and so it's possible that up here it could have split as well. It could have like been in the center and then slipped to both those sides. Or it could have just been this one, and then it just moved all the way over there over the thousands and thousands of years. Moved all the way to the right there. Yeah, the modern Nile River there. Let's see, some other information. Ancient waterway would have been about 0.5 kilometers. Wide, about 1/3 of a mile, with a depth of at least 25 meters, which is 82 feet, similar to the contemporary Nile. Large size and extended length of the branch and its proximity to the 31 pyramids in the study area strongly suggest a functional waterway of great importance. Yeah, it would have been. Absolutely. And it's like it's long been a theory, and like I said, they've drilled and they've got worked stones many feet underneath right where the lady was standing. Let me show you again, right there. They've drilled down and found that. But anything that might throw a monkey wrench into their narrative for the timing of the building of the pyramids and how old they are and such like that. They're not in too much of a hurry to do anything that might possibly prove that they're older than they say it is. That's just the way they do it in Egypt. Let's see. I noticed this really obvious branch of a kind of riverbank, and it didn't make any sense because it's really far from the Nile. Let's see. So yeah, so this is one of the things. They did other scans and such as well, but these are core samples of the Earth. And so since they can look at core samples, they can work on Oak Island. Fully qualified. Why the branch of the river dried up and disappeared is still unclear. Rivers do that over time. Definitely. Most likely a period of drought and desertification. Swept sand into the region, silting up the river. Yeah, I mean, that's as good an explanation as any. Could be. And this is the group standing in front of, what is that? Unas's Valley Temple, which would have acted as a river harbor in ancient Egypt. Yeah, and maybe all of the sand part was water. And so it goes right up to the ramp to the Valley Temple there. And I believe that's the step pyramid of Djoser. I can never pronounce that. Is a D and a J right next to each other. Djoser. As good as my Tutankhamun is, I can't do the Djoser. But I believe that's what that is. And if it's not, I should feel bad. Because I pride myself on Egypt knowledge because I'm so interested in it. All right, so that's interesting. And the other piece of news. Oh, not done with this one yet. Finish this one first, Steve. I remembered that the game Assassin's Creed Origins is set in Egypt, and I don't know what time this is, so you can see the painted bottom layer of the Menkaure pyramid. And the second pyramid, you can see that's still there as well, but I don't know what's going on with the Great Pyramid here. It looks like some of the bottom rungs have fallen off already. I don't know why the game decided to do that. It could be when it may take the game. I didn't play it, like I said, and it may take place during different time periods in Egypt as well. But you can see it does have the harbor right there, very, very close. And basically right here, a rectangular harbor, and the more right angles it has on it, the more straight lines that anything has on it, makes it more likely that it's going to be man-made even. So that's very possible that was made even to get the even if this is all made up, this is probably why they made it up this way, because it's very, very feasible that they would do that, and then they have it going right up to the Valley Temple, which would be right up in here, and then behind it, I don't know if the Sphinx is behind it or not. There's another view of it. Yeah, him standing on the trees right there, and so this is that rectangular harbor, and so I don't think that's the Valley Temple right there. So maybe, and that's a causeway right there. So maybe this is the Valley Temple, and then the Sphinx might be behind it, but I can't tell. Oh, let's see. Oh. Nope, still can't tell. So I'm pretty sure the Sphinx was in that game. Because I did watch my son playing it some, but I couldn't tell you for sure if that's there or not. But you can also see some of the stones gone from that, and so I don't know if this may be a period when And on that side right there too, maybe this from a period when they were stealing, basically. They were just ripping stones off of the pyramid, and they'd been doing that for many, many years off of any other buildings and taking any stones to build other things in the city of Giza, which is across the water, obviously, but right behind us. So yeah, very, very interesting. All right. At least to me. Hopefully to you too, since you're watching it. And next we have... where is this from? DailyMail.com. Also from today, meet the richest man who ever lived. Some people think that was Genghis Khan. I think there's some other people that are possibly involved in that as well, but Amenhotep could easily be. It was a very, very prosperous time for Egypt when he was ruling, so it's possible. Scientists recreate the face of Tutankhamun's grandfather, Amenhotep III, for the first time in 3,400 years. Amenhotep III ruled ancient Egypt at the height of its powers 3,400 years ago. Using the skull of his mummy, the true likeness has been revealed for the first time. Yeah, I meant to mention that normally your American pronunciation of his name is going to be, obviously King Tut or Tutankhamun, but it's actually Tutankhamun, which means living image of a moon. And before that, his name was Tutankhaten, living image of the Aten, which is the sun disk, and his father is Akhenaten, and Akhenaten's father is Amenhotep. And so that line of succession, a lot of drama there. Maybe I'll do some, maybe I'll do a story on that one time, and I'll do a video on that, because that is very interesting. Drama and possibly murder involved in there. So probably do that at some point. True face of Amenhotep III has been revealed, and there's our boy right there. And as you can see, I mean, that looks like, I mean, not ugly, but I mean, nowhere near the symmetry that the statue has at all, which of course they made those to be perfect. And of course, he was also only, he's 156 meters. I looked this up, so I would have how many feet that is? 5.11 feet. So not even 5.2 feet tall is what Amenhotep III was. And so, but just like Yoda, you cannot judge him by size. A placid face for a man who promoted peace and lived in a time of the greatest economic prosperity. Exactly. He might well have been one of the richest men that ever lived, or at least in his epoch. And there's a profile, Amenhotep III, and there's his mummy. And they have had this technology for a long time now, actually, where they don't even have to unwrap it, because they can do scans that can get through the wrapping. And so they know exactly what's going on there. And I think there's a picture of that down here as well. Yeah, there we go. And so see, they know exactly what the skull looks like. And so they could even 3D print that and then do... put Play-Doh or, clay on the outside of it and mold it however they want to. And you can see he does have a bit of a honker on him there, a bit of schnoz right there. And I have one myself, so I can't say anything. Probably my German heritage is where that came from. This statue of his head, not perfectly symmetrical. Doesn't look like, but still, all the statues were idealized. representations of the pharaoh. And so your average Egyptian probably not going to be seen by the average, or not going to see the pharaoh that much, maybe not ever. So all they can go off is the statues. They don't have TV or the Instagram or YouTube or anything like that, and so maybe they don't see him except for the statue ever. Alrighty, so hope you found this interesting, and I'll try to do more of this stuff because I do enjoy anything ancient Egypt, but also most history things. And so I'll try to get better at them. I know I did a lot of uhs here, but I was just doing it off the dome. And so hopefully you enjoyed this. And this is, of course, in the history playlist. Also in there is the Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. I'm currently do that. I'll probably get its own playlist shortly because I think I will continue to keep doing that. I think there's enough interest where I will keep doing those no cap recaps for that. And I have a bunch of videos in the Oak Island playlist, not just no cap recaps, but also long form discussions on it. Also, musings on, there's a series I started late in the season this year with it's look back and look ahead, which looks back to the previous episode and any episodes that may impact that or the upcoming episode based on the previews, and just musings like that. And so more long form stuff, and so that's fun as well. So check that out if you are so inclined, and please subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you so much for watching.